What's going on, everybody? Tom here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're getting into the finale of the Sandman. It's episode 11. I'm interested to see what happens here because I expected some huge epic battle between Rose and the Corinthian and of course Morpheus, but that just didn't happen, which was also pretty cool. I love the way they did that in the last episode. It had a bit more emotion and had a bit of honor in it. Even Corinthian had honor in the way he spoke, even though he's just such an evil, dastardly kind of dude, or whatever you call him. Yeah, the whole thing was done really well, and in fact, apart from my favorite episode, which had Hobgaddling in it, I'd have to say that was probably another one of the better episodes in the whole series so far. So I'm interested to see what happens here. This looks like a bit of a random kind of story. I wonder how it's attached to things. Does it lead us onto another potential season? Because I guess the whole story's been tied up with Rose and all the rest of it. I wonder if this has more to do with what we saw at the end of the last episode with Lucifer. I'm really not too sure, but I'm looking forward to finding out. So let's get into this episode, guys. See where it takes us.
Just putting the kitten in her basket.
Are you coming? Should be amusing, if nothing else.
I can't get out.
Shake your tail, little one. We mustn't miss this.
It's a big jump for a little cat. Oh.
Good jump. You just have to work on the landing.
What will she be like?
Who knows? So do we all, child.
Who is she?
So do we all.
Sisters, brothers, you will all share my dream. I was not always as you see me today.
These are half-breeds. They're not worth anything.
Are you kidding me? Let them drown in the river. Oh, you jerk.
The cold water took them, felt them.
I just feel guilty.
I knew then that I had lied to myself. I dreamed.
It's more of a nightmare than a dream.
In the mountain, there is a cave. You'll find him there.
I've come too far to be turned away. I will state my business to the one I came to see. I am a cat. I keep my own counsel.
Look into my eyes then, little sister. Look into my eyes.
I saw the truth. Many, many seasons ago, humans were tiny creatures. We would hunt them. One of the humans rose amongst them.
Dreams create the world anew, every night. Dream of a new world. If enough of us dream it, it will happen. Dreams shape the world.
One night, 1,000 perhaps, dreamed. And the next day, things changed.
Okay.
Pray to them, to dogs, their metal machines.
Oh.
We were tiny, and they were huge.
They dreamed the world, so it was always the way it is now. There was never a world where cats reigned. They changed it. Then wait, child, with my blessing.
I left that night to spread the good news. If enough of us dream, a bare 1,000, we can dream a world where no cat suffers.
It's like the collective consciousness idea.
I believe.
Then there is hope, child.
If only it were that easy.
She was amusing, at least. I'd like to see anyone persuade 1,000 cats to do anything at the same time.
I think she's dreaming. The way she's twitching, she's probably hunting something.
It's really cute.
Not so cute.
Do you have any advice for those of us who are just starting out?
It doesn't get any easier. But my debut novel was rejected by 7 publishers before it became a bestseller. So, did you get it? Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's handy to know a soon-to-be doctor.
I actually wanted to be a writer. If you wouldn't mind.
Oh, okay.
You will definitely be in the acknowledgements.
Is it a sequel? Or something new?
Richard Maddock, to see Erasmus Fry.
He looks like Rory from Doctor Who. That's who I'm thinking of.
I haven't written a single word in a year.
Then I suggest you sit down, have a drink, and show me my present.
Right, he's got a writer's block.
A genuine Trichinoberzua. Berzibus were once believed to possess mystic powers. Edward IV survived the effects of a poisoned wound due solely to the possession of a bezoar. I was 27 visiting Mount Helicon. There I discovered a trove of ancient texts about the Muses and how to control them.
What would you with me now, Erasmus?
This is Richard Maddock. The Calliope I'm giving you to Richard.
What the hell?
Now?
You said that you would free me before you died.
Writers are liars, my dear.
What the hell is this?
They say one ought to woo her kind. But I must say I found force most efficacious. She's thousands of years old. She was created for this, to inspire men like us. She gave me fame. If you ever happen to feel gratitude, persuade your publisher to bring Here Comes a Candle back into print.
So thousands-year-old wants to be free.
I'm a goddess, a daughter of Zeus.
Oh, shit.
You've only to say the words.
I will, I promise. Inspire me, just for one book, and then I will.
You'll get addicted to success and be a liar by default.
I choose with whom I share my gifts.
You're literally enslaving a goddess. You shouldn't be enslaving anyone.
An artist prays to the Muses.
You gave Erasmus Fry what he wanted.
He took it from me. He burned my scroll, which bound me to him and now to you. Ask me again when I am free.
I can't believe anyone would want to enslave someone or something.
They want the book now.
Don't be fooled! She's not human!
Calliope?
He's gonna do it by force, right? Yep. He's got scratches on his face.
It is I. Enough, beautiful voice.
You were snared upon Helicon according to the mysteries. You are lawfully bound.
Many gods have died, my daughter. Only the endless never fade. After all, the Dream King and Calliope were close at one point.
She did bear his cup. That boy child who went to Hades for his lady love.
Dream King will never help me. Not after what I did to him.
Like you, your former husband has been ensnared by mortals.
Former husband?
His realm gripped by sleeping sickness.
So she was Morpheus's wife at one stage.
Every major studio wants a piece of him.
Why has he gone and changed his name? From Richard to Rick. I was saying how much I loved your characterization of Eileen.
Oh, I do tend to regard myself as a feminist writer.
Where does that voice come from?
From the person that you torture.
From the women in my life.
Exactly.
I'm shooting the movie version in Los Angeles. The studio have hired me a private jet. Maybe we'll decide to stay in LA.
Maybe we will decide?
Can you not allow yourself to enjoy our success?
My sister goddesses and I were born. We were not made.
Sorry, it's Larry.
She can call it a dream now. But she can't leave him, right? She's bound to him.
I call to you, Oniros, that you may hear me.
What does it mean?
It is the name of the god of dreams.
You're mine.
Wow.
I wouldn't even be a writer if it wasn't for having read people like...
The late Erasmus Fry.
Oh, he died?
Apparently, the last thing he did was write a letter to his old publisher, begging them to bring one of his books back into print.
Here Comes a Candle.
Because he was supposed to.
Perhaps my favourite book when I was growing up.
That's right, because he was supposed to at least spare a thought for that guy and have one of the publishing houses bring his work back.
You called.
They told me you had been in prison.
My suffering was nothing compared to yours. You were bound here by the laws.
Perhaps you might inspire him to let me go.
I will do all that and more.
Wicked.
He must be punished.
Ooh.
He's just a man.
I cannot allow him to go free.
Why?
Because he hurt you. The last time I saw you, you said you would never speak to me again. Even after all this time.
He still loves her.
Let me help you.
What will you do to him?
Don't mess with the Lord of Dreams, King of Dreams.
Who the fuck are you?
Be quiet. You are keeping a woman here against her will. I have come to request that you set her free.
Calling the police. Do you know who I am?
I know precisely who and what you are, Richard Maddock. Just let her go.
If I didn't have her, I wouldn't be able to write. I wouldn't have ideas. I have money.
Hold your tongue.
Oh, he's pissed.
Held captive for more than 60 years. Abused, defiled. And you will not set her free because you need ideas. You shall have them in abundance.
Are you giving me nightmares now?
You have met Morpheus, whom the Romans called the Shaper of Form. He was once my husband and the father of my son.
I didn't know you had a son.
It is too late now.
Sky.
Where does all that come from?
Ideas don't come from anywhere. I could write an entire novel set at a book reading where...
He's not going to be able to stop.
Or a city where the streets are paved with time.
So many ideas, it's going to drive him insane.
Heads made of light. Sorry. A were-goldfish. Two old women taking a weasel on holiday.
Mr. Maddock, it's Nora.
So many ideas. I didn't have a pen, or I said I needed the ideas, but they're coming too fast.
You need to get him to the hospital.
No, there is a woman in a room. Tell her that she can go. That I free her.
I don't understand.
I signed a book for you once, didn't I?
Can she let Calliope go on behalf of him?
Thank you.
What will you do now?
Try to make sure that this never happens to anyone else ever again. By rewriting the laws by which I was held. Laws that were written long ago in which my sisters and I had no say.
I shall do the same in my realm.
You have changed, Oniros. In the old days, you would have left me here to rot without turning a hair. Do you still hate me?
I have learnt much in recent times. I do not hate you.
I think you should release the mortal now.
You would forgive him for what he has done.
I would not forgive what he has done, but I must forgive the man. For me.
If that is what you wish.
Wicked.
How are you feeling?
I don't know anymore.
I went to your place.
There was something she said. Shaper of Forms. There was a name. She wrote it down. I wish I could remember. She's gone. And it's all gone with her. The ideas, they were all hers.
Who are you talking about?
Can't remember her name even.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he's been fried. Good. Good job.
May I visit you in the dream realm sometime, so that we may finally talk about our son, grieve him properly?
Perhaps.
He's definitely a man of few words.
Thank you, Oniros. Fare you well.
Goodbye, Calliope.
So she's a goddess, so she's free. Does it mean she's all powerful? Okay, well that was a different episode. I'm not sure if I've missed something or misread something. It definitely felt like we were left hanging in the middle of a series rather than at the end of a series. First of all, last episode I expected a far more epic battle. It just feels like we're left in the middle of nowhere. It was a cool episode though. I loved the different pace. The story with the cats and the animated thing, I mean, I don't really know what to make of that. I mean, definitely felt like there was more story to be told. I mean, we had Morpheus coming in there to the aid of his ex-wife, and they talked about the son. I mean, did we have a reference to the son previously? I don't remember hearing about it. We had that sort of cliffhanger theme with Lucifer as well that was unanswered in any way, shape, or form. Even the Corinthian, that just did not last long. He was basically in front of Morpheus, gone, finished. He was done, turned into a skull. All in all, it was definitely a series that gets you thinking. I mean, I haven't read the comics, as I said. You know, there was a lot of out left field kind of storylines that didn't end up going any specific place. It was more just to give a bit of back history about Morpheus or something else. But now this story here kind of gave a bit more backstory, but it really pointed to that we needed to hear a lot more or see a lot more of story. But definitely, you know, Morpheus, the Sandman, Tom Sturridge, what an amazing performance. I love the way that he performed it. You know, he was daunting and sort of menacing in the way that he held himself more than the physicality, which is nice, you know, because in the Marvel world and those other iterations of the heroes, everyone's got super huge rock muscles or whatever it is. You know, he had this menacing thing about him. Every time you saw him, it looked like you didn't know what to expect from him. Is he going to pounce and destroy worlds? Is he going to just be sort of compassionate and listen to what's going on? You just never really knew until you see that slight sort of smile or hinted smile or something like that. So I love the way that was done. It's one of those few shows I've watched recently where only a few of the characters really are engaging. I didn't find Rose very engaging at all. I didn't even find the Corinthian very engaging as an actual character. So at the end, when he just got disintegrated, I don't know how you felt about it, but for me, I didn't have an attachment to the character where I felt really that sorry for him or anything. It was more like an indifferent point of view. I could sort of see where he was coming from as the Corinthian, and I could sort of see where Dream was coming from, but you definitely didn't sort of feel that sorry for him being disintegrated. Not because he was a baddie or anything at all. It was kind of very weird like that. Even Lucien's character was more engaging, to be honest. Even Fiddler Green's character was a little more engaging, from the weird guy that saved Rose in the alley through to driving her to the hotel and then turning into this beautiful Fiddler's Green pasture. Even he was more engaging. And then all of the characters that were around Rose and her circle, it was kind of weird. I don't know if that's the way the show was supposed to be toned. Like, the characters didn't really fit with each other, and I wonder if that was supposed to be the idea. There were some episodes that were really, really emotionally inspiring, and then there were others that were just a show kind of thing, you know what I mean? But I definitely hope that in season 2 we get to see a bit more comprehensive, engaging storyline anyway. With Rose, it sort of was almost like, wow, we're watching this whole season hoping to see this big kind of something or other happen, and it didn't. It just sort of faded away. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, but if you've got any tips, guys, please feel free to put those down below, because as you can tell, I have no idea about the stuff going into the Sandman show. It's been really good. So again, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting, liking and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. At the moment, we're going through The Last of Us, so please feel free to jump across and check out those videos as well. But that's going to be it for me on this one, guys. So until the next one, take it easy.